Yo, greatest noob here. We got a deck profile. KingTim187. I was gonna say Tim the King 187. I almost got it backwards.
It's KingTim187. This is my deck profile on a variation of the Disaster Dragon deck. It has been called many things, from Dragon Swarm to Vice Swarm Dragon, Chaos Dragon, Twilight Dragon. This is my variation of it, and we're gonna start off with the monster freaking lineup. First up, we got the boss lady herself of Vice Swarm, Miss Lumina. She will be. We're hoping that she gets to get to the 2 spot come March 1st. So be looking out for that. Next up is her little sister Lila and big sister Erin. I'm calling her a chick. Big brother Garoth, and of course the Druid. I've never been a fan of the Druid. However, somebody said I should probably take a look at it, check it out, use it. He actually is a pretty good card, so I'm using him now.
Well, one thing that most people don't know about is that while this sucker is face up on the field, your opponent can't even DD Crow any of these in the graveyard. Light Swarm monsters cannot be targeted at all. So if they were to try to even play Crevice into a different dimension, Monster Reborn, Premature Burial, Call the Haunted, they can't do any of that because Light Swarm monsters cannot be targeted, period. Alright, back to your deck profile.
Next up, we got Raikou. I do running in trips. He's a boss monster all by himself. I don't know anyone who runs anything dealing with Light Swarm and they don't play Raikou. Oh, I should also note, I am not a Light Swarm player. I've never been a fan of Light Swarms. However, they work very good with dragons for some reason. Which brings me up to the boss dragon himself, Judgment. I do run him in trips, and there's a number of reasons why I do that. You're going to see in this deck there are a lot of boss monsters. Boss meaning they drop and they do lots of very bad things. Judgment Dragon is the king of bad things, paying 1,000 and wiping out everything you got on the field. And the reason why I run trip is that first one comes out, 9 times out of 10 they're going to freaking effect Veil if they got them. So you know what? I'm going to drop that second one down. Not to use the effect, but just to run over you. And if I just happen to have that third one, I'm going to do that one too. And most of the time running Light Swarm, you're going to mill off your Judgment Dragons. And I don't run Beckoning Light anymore in this deck. So whatever Judgment Dragon I draw is the one I'm playing with. Next up, we got the starting lineup for the Dragons. Here's the captain, Rim D, Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And his second in command, Warren. I do run Warren in this deck, and like I said, there's a number of reasons for it. You're going to see later on that I do run Future Fusion, and running Warren in this deck helps out a lot. Next up is the newest piece of the puzzle, the Light Pulsar Dragon. I'm telling you, the loop that this guy does with Red Eyes Darkness Metal is ridiculous. The only threat that you got is him being removed from play. If he doesn't get removed, as soon as he leaves the field, you got a loop that they're really not going to be able to stop. Stop him from being removed, and you're going to be good. Next up is Divine Dragon Apocalypse. He's pronounced a different way. I'm just going to call him Apocalypse because, hey, his name looks that way. There are so many combinations you can do with him. The easiest one that I've seen, and he's one that I've done so far, milling off Rim D while I have Light Pulsar Dragon in my hand. Mill off Light Pulsar Dragon, get Rim D back. Remove him, special summon Rim D, bring Light Pulsar Dragon back, and instantly the loop is began. Next up, here we're going to get into the chaos portion of it. BLS, self-explanatory. Now, I run 3 chaos sources in this deck. You, 9 times out of 10, are going to completely disagree with running 3 chaos sources. But I guarantee you play with the deck, you're going to see you're not going to get extremely heavy-handed because you are playing with Light Swarm. 9 times out of 10, these guys get milled off. It gives you some more darks in the graveyard to work with, to work alongside those Light Swarm monsters. All right, going into the spell card lineup. Charge, Light Swarm, milling, everything. Great card. Future Fusion, spoke about this earlier. You have a total of 15 dragons that you can target to send to the graveyard for 5 hit. Send anything you want, and it all works for you. And best part about this card, send all your Judgment Dragons to the graveyard. I know that sounds weird, but if you send them all to your graveyard while you have this guy, Divine Dragon, or just send one Judgment Dragon. You can only send one, and that'll work out just as well. Mill off a dragon out of your hand, bring Judgment back to your hand, special summon Judgment, blow up everything. it works just as fine. Remember, this guy can get any dragon. It doesn't matter. Grab a dragon, bring him out. Next up is Burial. There's a number of reasons why you run Burial in this deck. You are running Chaos. You're going to be removing some pretty good cards out of your graveyard. You kind of want to put them back, especially Light Pulsar if he gets removed, Rim D if he gets removed. Yeah, even your BLS or your Chaos Sorcerer, just so you can remove them again for Light Pulsar. Next up is Pot. You're going to be using Light Sworn. You're going to be using the Future Fusion. You're probably going to want to recycle some of those cards back. Then you got your big spells, Monster Reborn, Dark Cold, Heavy Storm, and you guys know me. I run Trip Mystical, and I don't like back rows, especially when I got a deck that swarms this hard. You want to get rid of those back rows. Next up for the trap lineup, I run my standard staples, Mirror and Torrential. And because you're playing Light Sworn, you're not going to run a whole lot of traps regardless. So the only trap that you really need to be concerned with is Royal Decree. And running this build of dragons and Light Sworns, the back row is your worst enemy. You play Royal Decree, stop them from moving your big cards out, you're going to get big pluses in the end. Alright, that is my build on the Dragon Sworn / Twilight Dragon / Chaos Dragon / Disaster Dragon with Light Sworn. However you want to call it. It's a good deck. Test it out, play with it, come up with your own version of it, and remember, King Tim said so. Peace.
He say peace right now, but I'm hearing some fools outside, and they getting ignorant out there. They getting super still. Wow. They getting super. They getting stupid. Don't judge me. I'm tired.
I'm cold. I'm about to get real cold.
How are you cold as hot in here?
I'm cold.
Y'all anemic. For real.
No, I'm not cold.
I'm burning up. Cold. Y'all tripping. What they doing? Don't duck out. But lock that door. Lock the other door. Lock the door.
No, they're downstairs at a fucking SUV.
I'm just saying, people got guns. Skyler Park. Who called me now? Man, my phone been going off. Oh, that's you. I have no idea. I think it's like 9:45 or something like that. Yeah. So we're gonna stop ranting. This has been hold on. I'm gonna get your name. Hold on. Let's see. KingTim187, his deck profile, and I am the greatest noob. So always remember, play like a noob, win like a pro is the only way to go. Just so you know, greatest noob, and I'm out.